Welcome back to the channel. About like tomorrow is fishing day for us. But before we get into that, we're gonna pour some beers. We got some German beer right here. Another German beer for us right there. Now, topics today are tailwater. Actually, topics today are where we're going to go fishing, because I don't really have a clue. I mean, I do, but not really. We'll map it all out. Just give me a second. All right. Well, we're probably going to go to the creek. We're going to check out this creek that's on the other side of Taylorsville. Excuse me. Super sorry. Super sorry. But anyway. We're going to go to the creek that's down through Taylorsville. We're going to check that bad boy out. Just to be sure that there's no fish in there. Like, we're going to go down there and make 5 casts. We're going to go down and make 5 casts. And if nothing bites, then they're not there. So we're going to collect our stuff. We're going to get in our ride, which is an Outback now, instead of a pickup truck. We're going to drive to Tailwater. We're going to drive to the Tailwater, and we are going to fish our dicks off at the Tailwater. You know, I mean, you can only do so much, but it's kind of like, you know, there's only so much Tailwater can give you. But there's a whole lot more that you can do at the Tailwater versus like what you look at. So we're going to go over those things. First of all, you can catch the Asian carp. You can just throw blade baits and snag stuff, and you know, which is cool. You could launch and go downstream and catch some stuff. You could do that, which I'm actually thinking about doing. Not really sure yet. And then there's just doing like traditional bass fishing techniques. They work. But at the tailwater, sometimes they don't. So, yeah, I could be throwing a blade bait. I could be throwing a spinner bait, bladed jig, lipless, all that stuff. Not really sure right now. I won't know until I get there. So, there's that. So, who we got watching here? Be awesome if I knew that. Oh, what's up, man? John Mark. How's it going, dude? Not going good, apparently. Joking. Yeah, doing good, man. I really can't complain. I'm fixing to go. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not going on the lake. I am not gonna go on the lake, and I'll tell you why. Last week, the wind was so bad. It was so bad that I got trapped in a pocket. Now I'm gonna tell you the story here in a second. Yeah, I do too, man. I fucking hate flat bills. Like it's crazy. That motherfucker's got to have a bend in it. Yeah, got to. You're awesome, by the way. But anyway, last week I did go out, and the problem I had was the wind was so bad that it was it was not enjoyable. Like it was literally, it was hell. It was, and trust me, I'm going to explain here in a second. Um, Going out was a breeze. Like I went, went down, the banks and stuff. Threw my baits, spinner baits, chatter baits, crank baits, whatnot. I, I went to turn back and go back, and then I looked at my watch and I was like, all right, well it's 2:45, so I gotta leave at 3. No, at the time I had to leave at 4. No, I had to leave at 3:45. I had to leave at 3:45. So at 2:45, I left. I turned back around and I started paddling into the wind. I'm paddling, and I get to this point. I get to the point, and there is like a wind blowing around it, almost like a vortex. And I couldn't get around it. Like I'm literally only moving about this far with each paddle. And it's frustrating because you can't go anywhere. So I was like, all right. So I backed up into the pocket. I paddled my dick off, and boom, like went right around the point and got through that little vortex of wind that was going through there. And I finally made it to the bank, and I finally made it to the bank at 3:45. So that was an hour of paddling into the wind, moving like maybe a foot at a time. That was fucking brutal. What's going to happen tomorrow is about the same thing. Once I get there at 10 o'clock, the wind is going to increase and it's going to plateau right there when I agree to leave. So I'm not the wind is going to be so bad. I'm not going to be able to get on my kayak. So what I'm saying is, do I fish? What's your PB? Okay. Do I fish? That's a dumb question. A PB is like 6 pounds at a public park. Caught it at the Beck Creek Park in Louisville, Kentucky. Okay, back to tomorrow. I'm not gonna be able to go. I'm not gonna go out tomorrow in my kayak because the wind is so bad, and it's gonna be the same exact thing as it was last Sunday, which is blowing in the same direction. I'm not gonna do it. I'm 43 years old. I'm not gonna do that again. It was it was fucking miserable. It was miserable. So I think what we're gonna do is I might mess around at a dam for a little bit and probably go to Tailwater. Yeah, go to Tailwater. You never know what you're gonna catch there. I look familiar. So who do I look like? Johnny Morris? I own Bass Pro Shop. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bruh. Bruh. But anyway. So yeah, that's where we're going tomorrow. We're gonna go. We're gonna go to the dam. We're gonna fish. Probably gonna throw a spinnerbait, I think, or chatterbait. We're gonna throw a spinnerbait or chatterbait at the dam, and then we're gonna go across the dam. We're gonna fish tailwater. Probably throw a blade bait. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna throw a blade bait for sure. So that's the thing for tomorrow for sure. Dudes that look familiar, but it's just kind of funny. Who do they look like? But anyway, um, the new video coming out Sunday, and I'll see you on the water.